Are you carving your path or is God? Let's talk about that on today's 10-Minute Talk. Hey, good morning, friends, and welcome to today's 10-Minute Talk. My name is Pastor Jay Wentworth, and I have the privilege of being the lead pastor, here at Spirit of Life Church in Yakima, Washington. So I know from experience, a lot of experience, meaning my own experience, that humans have a tendency to take control. We have a tendency to take control of our life and our situations and not really let go and give it to God and let His will reign in our lives. I have been guilty of that over and over and over. And in some way, I think everybody has been guilty of that. And it's hard because the world literally tells you to take control. And so we have to be very careful of that. Today we're going to look at James 4:13 through 16, an interesting little example or story from James on how things can go awry if we continue to try to take control on our own. So let's look at those verses now. And it says this: "Come now, you who say, today or tomorrow we will go into such and such a town and spend a year there and trade and make a profit. Yet you do not know what tomorrow will bring. What is your life? For you are a mist that appears for a little time and then vanishes. Instead, you ought to say, if the Lord wills, we will live and do this or that. As it is, you boast in your arrogance. All such boasting is evil." And it sounds at first like, man, what is wrong with saying today or tomorrow we're going to go into such a town and spend a year there and trade and make a profit? The problem is, if that's not the Lord's will for you, then it shouldn't be done. But here's something that I always pick up on in this passage. And I feel like there's this implication there, but I see it in human nature. When we make a decision that we're going to make a profit no matter what, that we're going to go do something no matter what, and it falls through, there's a lot of times, and believe me, this is not every time, where people will do whatever they can to get that profit that they felt they deserved because they named that they are going to make a profit and they don't want to look foolish. And so they will literally swindle and cheat people and lie, or they'll get afraid and panic and think, oh no, I planned on having this money, I planned on having this profit and doing these things, and now I cannot do it. But friends, if you stay in the will of God and you are patient and listen for His direction will not lead you to that place. Now, He will lead you to a place where you may not have much. He will lead you to a place where it may be difficult. But in that place, because you have God with you, you always know what to expect. God's not going to change His plan. He doesn't need to, because His purpose for you will not change. Even if it feels to you like it's changing, He sees the entire thing. He sees the ending, and He knows He has you where He needs you to be. And that's the difference. When we talk about the path we're going to be on, it's where we want to be. When we follow the will of God, it's where we need to be. And that is so difficult because there are so many instances in our life where we can quickly turn around and make things so much better. But then it ends up either us being in moral depravity and doing something that is, well, not moral, or us getting short, quick gratification and then falling flat on our faces afterwards, or walking away from Jesus. And what James is saying here is if you follow the will of God, that's just not going to happen. Because what you're saying humbly is, God, I need you to lead me. I need you to show the way. And so when we do that, it helps us to realize that His way is better. His way is the narrow way. His way, though it is more difficult, is the way that's going to grow us. And it's not arrogant because you have humbly submitted to God's will. So it's a short one today, friends, because it's pretty straightforward and to the point. We have to be humble. We have to submit to God's will. And when we try to make our own plans without God involved at all, and we make it about things like money and power, it ends up backfiring. So be humble. Follow God's plan for your life. And make sure you listen for the Spirit to tell you and discern what's next for you. God bless. Have an absolutely amazing week, friends. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.